When Housatonic Valley Regional defeated traditional rival Gilbert on Thanksgiving Day, the Northwestern High School capped an undefeated 10-0 regular season record and secured its first trip ever to the state football playoffs. The Pequot League champions, coached by Mike Guy, run a wing T offense that features the running of fullback Brian Malika and halfback Steve Ongley and Todd Baker. Junior Jason Marshall is the Mountaineers quarterback. Entering the 1990 season, veteran Derby boss Charlie DeCenzo would have been satisfied with an 8-2 season. Instead, he was rewarded with perfection. The Housatonic League champs completed their first unbeaten, untied season since 1973. Running backs Jason Palmieri and John Enrollment have turned in outstanding performances each week for Derby, while quarterback Joe Martin has directed the offense flawlessly. From Jess Dow Field on the campus of Southern Connecticut State University, it's Housatonic Valley Regional of Falls Village against Derby for the Class S state title on Cable 10 Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements, Buddy Chernovitz from Jess Dow Field on the campus of Southern Connecticut State University. Buddy, first of all, a geography lesson. Tell our viewers, where is Housatonic Valley Regional of Falls Village?
They're in the locker room across the street. Now, they're from Northwestern Connecticut. Sharon and Canaan are part of the regional system, and they've had a long drive to get down there. They actually stayed overnight last night, and so they're prepared, ready to play this football game.
All right, I think we have to talk about the obvious, the fact that the difference in the quality of play, the Derby's league, the Housatonic League, and the fact that Housatonic Valley Regional, they play in a true Class S football league. The Raiders, they play L schools, M schools, and as well as S schools in the Housatonic League. Let's discuss that a little bit.
Well, we've seen teams from the Pequot League come down here and play football teams such as Ansonia, and they've not fared very well. And the league is not as competitive. Again, it's an S league. Derby's had some very strong competition, and this football team is really going to be challenged in playing a Derby Raider or a team that comes in here 10-0.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the players that we are going to be seeing for Housatonic Valley Regional this afternoon. They are led in that backfield by their fullback, Brian Malika, number 8. Now, he is someone that the viewers are going to have to watch early on. Coach Mike Guy says, along with Malika, they do have Steve Ongley and Todd Baker, but that's going to be a key for the Mountaineers of Housatonic Valley. Malika's got to run the ball out of the wing tee. He's got to be successful for Housatonic to open up the rest of the offense.
Well, Eddie, we just watched the young man work out, and he's limping very badly, and he's going to be a questionable football player. If he's going to be a key to the offense, that offense may be in some big trouble because he didn't look very sound in the pregame warm-ups.
All right, let's discuss Housatonic's problems with Derby on the other side of the football. When I talked with Coach Guy, during the week, he was concerned that of his front five, he felt that that's going to be a key early on. They have got to contain the Derby running game. We've seen it all year long. Jason Palmieri and John Enrollment, they've run against everybody.
Yeah, they really have. Nobody's been able to contain that Enrollment-Palmieri combination, and I don't think that the football team from Northwestern Connecticut is going to be able to fare much better than any of the other Housatonic League teams, and I think they're going to be in trouble all day, really. If they can't put some points on the board, Derby may be able to run away from them and hide.
Never mind only Jason Palmieri and John Enrollment. We also have the excellent quarterback, Joe Martin.
Pretty good quarterback, Joe Martin. And he's pretty healthy. He's had an injury in the middle of the season. He's come off that. And the wind is going to be a little problem throwing the ball deep, but they're going to be able to throw those short passes and be able to do what I think they really want to do in this football game.
And we'll be right back with Derby Housatonic Valley Regional Football from here at Jess Dow Field right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone. And we're moments away from this Class S title game, C.I.A.C Class S title game from Jess Dow Field on the campus of Southern Connecticut State University on our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. In the center of the field, you see the co-captains of the Derby Red Raiders, and those are game captains, 4 game captains from the Mountaineers of Housatonic Valley Regional. Buddy, as a matter of fact, when I talked to Coach Guy during the week leading up to this football game, you should get a shot at Derby coach Charlie DeCenzo. Mountaineers do not have a captain this year, so they've gone with game captains throughout the whole year.
It certainly has worked if the record is any indication. Housatonic has won the toss and they will receive. The wind is going to play a part in this football game as it is gusty and it is blowing across the center of the field. It will certainly affect the passing and kicking game with both programs.
Let me mention, I failed to mention before, the outstanding co-captains of the Derby Red Raiders. What a job they have done all year long for Coach DeCenzo. Joe Martin and Dave Chevarella. You can't ask for two finer young men. They have led the Raiders well in the 1990 football season.
Eddie, we touched on it in the pregame, but this football team from Housatonic did stay over last night as you look into their huddle and across with the Derby cheerleaders in a very full house here on the far near side here where we are at Southern Connecticut State University. They did stay over, and the trip from Northwestern Connecticut was too much, they felt, for the team to come down and then be ready to play. So they are really well rested and about to take on a very strong Derby Red Raider football team.
That is a wise move for Housatonic Regional because they have a bus trip of well over 2 hours from the northwest part of Connecticut.
Some of the players have about an hour from their home to the school, and so the regional school, it presents some difficulties in running a weight program and having those young men remain after, but they certainly have overcome any of the obstacles themselves coming in here with a 10-0 record and having played that Pequod League as well as anyone could. As you look into their huddle, they will receive, the Derby Red Raiders will kick off. And early, this football team from Housatonic has got to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have to take on a very aggressive group of football players playing type of football that they may not have seen in that Pequod League.
It'll be Marco Brito kicking off for the Derby Red Raiders. Back deep for Housatonic will be Steve Ongley along with Todd Baker. They're the deep men. In your picture, that is Steve Ongley, number 32, one of the outstanding running backs for Coach Mike Guy. Mike Guy doesn't look it, buddy, but he's completing his 16th year as the head football coach up at Housatonic Regional. 1 year he spent as an assistant at St. Joe's in Trumbull before going up to Housatonic. Ongley with the football, snowed under at the 25-yard line. Let's take a look now at that Housatonic Valley Regional offense. And of course in that backfield, the quarterback is Jason Marshall, fullback is Malika, and the running backs in the wing T, Steve Ongley and Todd Baker. And on that offensive line, a lot of pressure against this Derby defense. Football spotted at the 26-yard line. We are underway in this Class S title game. And a little bit different set, not the normal set. And they run the fullback, Malika. We ask our viewers to look on early to see if Malika can run the football. That'll open up things for him. Carl Salisbury on the stop for Derby. Let's take a look at that Derby Red Raider defense. They've done the job all year long.
Picked up about 2 yards on that first carry. Malika just came across the middle, a little bit of a slant. They will field Derby out early here and try and establish or to see what they can run as Jason Marshall comes up over the football.
Malika is in back of the quarterback, running the football. That's Ongley. Ongley at the 40-yard line and gets it out past the 45 before he's taken down in the secondary by Martin.
Excellent run that time as he just came on a little bit of a crossbuck. Ongley is a senior, 5'9", 165-pounder. You'll see Malika just come, and then behind him on the crossbuck comes Steve Ongley, and he will break the line of scrimmage. Very good blocking at the point of attack, and then he drags himself very close to the 47-yard line.
And the Mountaineers have the game's first down, and they're at their 46 early going at Jess Dow Field. They give it to the fullback, and that's Ongley breaking tackles as he gets into Derby territory before he's stopped by Bartone. So the Mountaineers have come out here ready to play football.
Surprising a few people right away, Eddie, as they have been able to just come in, really run the football right at the Derby Red Raiders. They are close to another first down. 3 possessions here, or 3 drives, and they've picked up about 25, 26 yards as they started way back at their only 25. They're moving the ball very well. They're about a yard short. Molika just came straight ahead on the dive play or the trap play right up the middle. Second and very short at the 44-yard line of the Derby Red Raiders.
Buddy will have no excuse calling the game with those excellent big numbers out there at the Southern Connecticut
Field. I'm not in trouble
Field.
today. Tough to miss today.
We can't miss with those big numerals out there. Second and short for Housatonic at the 44.
Double pass.
Marshall throws it out and completes it for the first down inside the 40-yard line.
Excellent call as they went with the wide screen to the flanker. Quarterback Marshall just steps back and throws the ball out to the wide out. Catches the football. That's Todd Baker, the senior, 5'9", 150-pounder, and he picks up the first down. They had a second and short. Went with the throw. They're right around the 39-yard line. The Derby Red Raiders, their defense is being tested very early.
It sure is. Ongley off the right side out of that wing T formation. Picks up a few on the play, taken down by co-captain Dave Chevarella.
Coming on the Buck sweep as they fake to the fullback inside on the trap, and then around backside comes Ongley. He gets the block, turns up inside of Palmieri, and picks up about 2 yards on that 28 sweep or the wing T sweep as they are making good yardage, the Mountaineers, in this drive.
Double tight end. That is Baker going in motion for the Mountaineers. And Malika running off the left side. Malika to the 30, inside the 30-yard line and close to the 25. Brian Malika. Martin on the tackle in the secondary.
Malika just comes on the belly, straight up into the 5-hole, finds excellent yardage. He picks up another first down right around the 26-yard line. Eddie, this Malika kid, when we watched him warm up, was limping. He's not limping in this football game. He's running very hard and making some very good cuts. Picks up another first down as you look across the field at that Housatonic sideline, and that football team has to be up. They are playing an excellent first period here against the Red Raiders.
Checking in at fullback, that is Anthony Folks, and swinging wide and being brought down for a loss is Ongley. Jason Palmieri first to get to him.
Came on the sweep. We saw just a moment ago Ongley try and cut back up. This time Palmieri bounces outside, and he will pull him down for a big loss. Palmieri plays off the block very well to the guard and then just takes him to the ground. Loss of about 5.5 yards, and the ball's back on about the 32-yard line. That time Derby was able to close it down. Palmieri able to come up and to take Ongley and the guard on and to make the play. Loss of about 5.5 puts the Mountaineers off schedule a little bit here. We'll see if they choose to throw the football as Marshall comes over the ball.
They're at the Derby 32-yard line. That is Ongley going in motion. Marshall rolling, looking to throw as a receiver out there. Big Art Cahill, incomplete at the 10-yard line. Bartone along with Martin on the double coverage for the Raiders.
Cahill's a big 6'5", 190-pounder. The quarterback, Marshall, comes on the boot. Pretty good block by the guard, kicking out the end, and then he just overthrows Cahill, unable to get him the football. Pretty good coverage by Joe Martin. It brings up a third now on the 32, about 16 yards for the first down. They've got to get down inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line for that first down.
I'll tell you, buddy, the Mountaineers have opened a few eyes already here at Southern Connecticut State
They really
University.
have. They're doing a pretty good job with that bone as they go to double wing here.
Anthony Folks is the lone setback. They give it to Todd Baker, and Baker is spilled at the line of scrimmage.
They came again on the sweep to the far side, tried to go double wing to get more people on the line of scrimmage. Here he comes from his wingback position to the far side. That's Baker, the senior, 5'9", 150-pounder, and he has no place to go. Chavarello was there along with a host of other Derby Red Raiders. Big play here, whether they choose to punt or they're going to try and go for it. They're trying to pick up that 16 yards and not go field position.
Fourth down, fourth and long. At the 32 of Derby, Marshall, the junior quarterback, rolling. Time to throw, and now taken down. Number 70, Keith Robinson, and the Raiders will get the football on down.
Mike Guy might regret not kicking that football as the football team now has turned the ball over at the 37-yard line. Quarterback comes again on the deep boot, and he's going to get chased down by Robinson right here. You see number 70 come inside and just take him down right at about the 37-yard line. Red Raiders with the football now, first possession. As you look at the probably the whole town of Derby has showed up here at Jess Dow Field for this game. Got great support, and the Red Raiders, Martin over the football.
At the 37-yard line. Palmieri slicing his way close to the 45-yard line. Let's take a look now at that Derby offense. Outstanding offensive performances all year long. The quarterback, Joe Martin. The running backs, Palmieri and John and Roman. The wing backs, Matana. And what a performance by that offensive line all year long for Coach DeCenzo.
They certainly have. They've done a great job. Seibart, Chavarella, Hyder, McMahon, and Sullivan today starting for that Red Raider group, and they've done a great job opening some holes for Palmieri.
Let's not forget that tight end, Ferrigno. And a second down for the Raiders. Jim Hemingway on the tackle for Housatonic Regional. Let's take a look now at that Housatonic Valley Regional defense. And early on, buddy, we'll look at that front five for Housatonic and see if they can contain the Derby running game. They've got to slow them up.
They really have, and the linebackers, Baker, Moleka, and Anglais are going to be challenged, especially if that offensive line of Derby can open some holes. They're going to see a lot of Palmieri and Roman.
There's the basic offensive set for the Derby Red Raiders. They go to Palmieri. Palmieri spins his way inside the Housatonic 40-yard line for a Raider first down. Dan Dubé on the tackle from the secondary.
Both teams' offenses pretty much mirror each other. The wing T, Coach DeCenzo uses form of that, and so does the Mountaineers. Here comes Palmieri now with the football out of the fullback position. He's going to make excellent yardage, but it's going to be brought back on a penalty. Palmieri gets down the field. We lose sight of him right there. We pick him up again at the 38-yard line, but it's going to be a walk-off against the Red Raiders, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to hurt as it's going to bring the ball back to about the 39-yard line on a hold. As you see the official signaling the hold. It's 3rd and 9 at the 39.
This might be a good opportunity to tell our viewers that these officials are from the Eastern Board. The state of Connecticut is divided into about 6 different officials boards. And these are the officials from the Eastern Board.
Certainly a neutral crew for this game.
6 title games being played this weekend in the state of Connecticut. This is the Class S title game. Joe Martin throws to an open Ferrigno for the first down. Joe Ferrigno down to the 43-yard line.
Derby came on the same bootleg action that we saw a moment ago from the Mountaineers. Martin, you see the guards pull to the outside. Chavarella, number 54, getting outside. That's McMahon. They give Martin the room to throw. He just drills his tight end, Ferrigno, for the first down at about the 43-plus yard line. Great throw by Joe Martin. Excellent blocking by Chavarella McMahon. And Derby picks up the yardage after that penalty. They're at the 43-yard line.
Come on, buddy. We can see those numbers. First down for the Raiders. And Roman running the football on first down. Todd Baker on the tackle. We have an opportunity now. Let's take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. Second down coming up from the Raiders are inside the Mountaineers' 40-yard line. State Class S title game. Jess Dow Field, campus of Southern Connecticut State University. Joe Martin rolling, a lot of time to throw the football. Now he tucks it under and runs the football to the near sidelines. Taken down there by Gino Giamaro. So the Mountaineers had the deep coverage against Derby.
You look at Joe Martin coming out on the boot again. McMahon and Chavarella, you'll see 71 in front of him. Martin pulls the ball down right here and tries to put it up the field. He'll pick up about 4.5. Brings up a big 3rd and 5 right at about the 37-yard line, Eddie, and timeout taken. And back in as the official had a short timeout here as they spotted the football.
We'll get to a couple of coaches' interviews as soon as we can. Buddy talked to both Coach DeCenzo and Coach Mike Guy of Housatonic before the football game. And Roman tripped up but breaks the tackle and gets close to the yard marker for the first down. We're blocked out. Taken down there by Anglais from his outside linebacker spot. It is a Raider first down.
And Roman comes in short motion and then just puts his head down. Did a good block from Marcusio right there, although he ends up running into his own player. And then Roman does not go down until he picks up the first down. He's at the 32-yard line. The Red Raiders have taken their initial drive right down the field against the Mountaineers, as the Mountaineers did with their initial possession. So pretty good offense with 3:50 left to go here in this first quarter.
We're under 4 minutes to play at Jess Dow Field. First down for the Raiders. Behind Martin is the fullback, Palmieri. That is, and Roman going in motion. Martin wants to put it up, screens it, incomplete to Johnny and Roman.
Ball was tipped. I think number 52 is going to get credit for a piece of that, Hemingway. Someone in there got a piece of that football as it was thrown. Seeing Roman again with the short motion. Martin comes off the fake, and then he'll just step back, try and hit. And here's 52 with his hand. He gets a piece of it. That's Jimmy Hemingway, the senior, 6'3", 220 pounder. Big guy, got his hand up. Prevented the completion. Derby 2nd and 10 from the 32.
Buddy Martin also had outside pressure, backside pressure from Todd Baker. 2nd and 10. Martin wants to put it up. Incomplete, broken up and almost intercepted, picked off at the 25. Number 55 almost picked it off. That's defensive end Chris Hoey.
Hoey will step in front of Palmieri as Martin releases the football again on the bootleg. Chavarella locks up with the end, gives Martin some time, and then as he releases it, Hoey just steps in front of him, almost makes the pick. Palmieri right there. Pretty good defensive play by the senior 6', 175 pounder. Chris Hoey brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Derby Red Raiders.
Scott Ezzo flanked out to the left side. That's Palmieri going in motion. The quick pitch on Roman, and Roman cuts it back in and is taken down. A big tackle by Malika. Brian Malika.
Malika stepped right up and put Ann Roman onto the turf. They get motion from Palmieri, both guards on the pull. You even get the tackle, and then as Ann Roman turns back, Malika gets a pretty good stick right there, and it's no gain. Brings up a 4th down here. Charlie DeCenzo has to make a decision as to whether he's going to go or punt, and he's going for it. 4th and 10.
4th and 10, the football resting at the 32-yard line of Housatonic Regional.
Derby's unbalanced with the trips to this side.
Martin with time to throw, looking downfield, fires it downfield in the direction of Ezzo. It is tipped at the last moment by Dan Dubé. The sophomore checked that. Matt Frudenberg, number 22, tipped the pass at the last moment.
Frudenberg gets back. He's playing the deep zone. He gets to the outside. Martin, pretty good time, and then he throws the strike down the field. Watch Frudenberg play off the football right here. Tips the ball away from the intended receiver, and it is the Mountaineer ball with their 2nd possession, and both offenses moving the ball. The defense is holding right about the 30-yard line in the first possessions by both football teams as Marshall's over the football, ready to go.
Football at the 32. Mountaineers' 2nd possession. Malika, he's a bruising fullback, and Bryan gets it outside the 35-yard line before he's taken down by Harkin.
Harkin did a good job on Malika as Malika just comes on the belly. The lead back steps up. Ollie tries to block for him, and Malika picks up about 5 on the 1st down carry.
Buddy, and Malika's only a junior, 5'10", 200-pound junior for Coach Mike Guy. 2nd down, 2nd and 5. Again, it's Malika. Harkin on the stop for the Raiders, along with Robinson. Cavallero all in on the action.
They come again with the belly to Malika. Malika just trying to find a hole. Harkin gets a pretty good piece of him. Derby did a better job that time closing it down as he picked up about 2 yards. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. About the 40, right at the 40-yard line, Edward. And big play here for the Red Raider defense as they go to an eye or straight backfield.
3rd down and a long 2. Ungley is tripped up in the backfield. Stephen Ungley. Robinson first to get to him.
Derby is closing down that sweep. Robinson again just stepped up as Palmieri closes the outside. Robinson fills from the inside. Only had no place to go and dragged down at about the 38-yard line. They lost 2 and they're forced to punt, and they'll be the first punt of this football game. Eddie, very quick first quarter as both teams running the football and both teams doing very well with the ability of their run game to make some yardage.
Todd Baker is the punter for the Mountaineers. He sails it inside the 30. It's a fumble there by Palmieri, and let's see if it was in bounds when I believe one of the Housatonic Valley Regional players fell on the football. Or whether they're going to rule it out of bounds.
I think Derby will keep it because he did not have possession. We'll see the signal here. It's going to be Derby's ball as the ball bounced off the chest of the intended receiver, and the Mountaineer player was unable really to cover it. Here it is. The ball will bounce right off his chest, and then it will roll and be kicked out of bounds right there. Number 86 will not get possession of the football.
That was Knutson who dove for the football, so the Raiders have dodged the bullet. And the football at their 34. We're scoreless here at Jess Dow Field. Martin wants to throw a wide open Palmieri, the 34, and Jason Palmieri picks his way to the 48 before he's taken down by Knutson in the secondary. And a flag is dropped on the field.
Eddie Palmieri, again, wide open, as you said, coming from his fullback position. Watch 26 go through the line, then he just slides to this near side. Martin just dumps him the football. He will sidestep number 33 right there, Todd Baker, and pick up excellent yardage. Penalty flag on the field, and it's going to go against the Red Raiders again.
Buddy Chernovitz earlier talked to head football coach Mike Guy of Housatonic Regional, and he asked the coach what his team had to do offensively and defensively against Derby.
Well, I think we have to come out and be willing to hit these guys first of all, and the next thing we have to do is there's three keys over on the other side of the ball with Roman and Palmieri, and then Martin at quarterback. I think if we can control that phase of the game, those some of the things we do, and show the people that we can hit with them, we're going to be right in the middle of things.
Coach, you've got a fullback, Brian Malik, who's had an outstanding year, but he's a question mark. What about his status today?
Brian's dressed. He's ready to go. He's been in treatment all week. The ankle is obviously a little tender after a week, but he's going to play. He's going to start both ways, and we're just going to have to play it by ear. That's all.
Welcome back, everyone.
Second very big penalty against the Red Raiders. Their first and about 6 from the 38-yard line.
Inside blast. Palmieri, midfield, 40, 30, 20, one player to beat. Frudenberg gets him at the 15. Jason Palmieri.
Eddie, we said at the beginning of the game that Derby would be able to run the football and move it. Housatonic is going to have to do the same. So far they have, but the Red Raiders that time just Palmieri burst through the middle. Excellent trap block right there by Pat McMahon, number 54. He just frees Jason Palmieri into the secondary, and then it's a foot race before Matt Frudenberg, the sophomore, is able to drag him down right about the 14-yard line. Frudenberg comes from his safety position and grabs Palmieri, but the Red Raiders are first and 10 from the 14.
And the Raiders have opened it up offensively here at Jess Dow Field. On what might be the last play of the first quarter, and Roman from his wingback spot takes the football into the line and takes it down inside the 10-yard line. And that's it. We played one quarter here at Southern Connecticut State University, and we are scoreless. Welcome back, everyone. Ready for second quarter action here at Jess Dow Field. Buddy Chernovitz caught up with Coach DeCenzo before the football game, and he asked the veteran Derby coach what Derby had to do offensively and defensively against Housatonic Regional.
But the first thing we have to do is stop their run. They've got a couple of good backs back there. I think that's a strong point in their team. I think our line may be a little stronger than theirs. I think we have to try to dominate the line of scrimmage. Offensively, buddy, we're going to do what we've done all year. We're going to hand the ball off Dan Roman and Palmieri and use our play-action passes with Joey to Scott and Brian, and we're just going to try to do what we've been doing. If we can stay away from mistakes, I think we'll be okay.
Coach, 1990, great season. How about 91 and 92? Is it fair to ask if Charlie DeCenzo is going to be back behind the bench again?
As far as I know, buddy, I'll be back. I have no intention of going anywhere. I'm here to stay. This is my hometown. The only thing that takes me off the field would be, down the road a few years, maybe administrative job. But for now, I'm here.
Welcome back, everyone, as we begin matters here in the second quarter of play. And Roman taken down at the 7-yard line out of the wing T formation on the second down play. And Roman taking it close to the 5-yard line.
When Roman with the short motion, you'll see Palmieri kick out and Roman tries to find a spot back up inside. He's dragged down by, again, number 8, Brian Moleka, the junior, who's playing a great football game both offensively and defensively here early in this game.
Buddy,
as you look down that line of scrimmage for the Mountaineers.
Buddy, as well as we've seen Moleka run the football, as valuable as he is, Coach Guy says this kid is more valuable defensively.
Certainly has shown very well here in this first quarter of football.
3rd down, and Roman running the football. John slices it inside the 5-yard line, and it's going to be close to the yardage needed for a first down.
I think he's going to get it, Edward. I think he will have it.
Todd
He'll bring the ball down inside the 4, somewhere to around the 3-yard line, as the Red Raiders off tackle again with number 48, Johnny and Roman. He follows Palmieri and picks up the necessary yardage for that all-important first down.
There's the Raiders sideline. The Raiders, of course, wearing their home uniforms by virtue of the fact that they had the highest point value in Class S.
We're going to get a measurement, Eddie, but I'm going to stake the reputation that they made it.
Your reputation?
I've been wrong once or twice, but
once or twice?
I'm going to say they made it, and they did. No question about it. They've got it by about a yard. And I can't lie, Edward, the Derby people down on the sidelines had that first down right from the start. So pretty obvious one as they're inside the 4 to about the 3-yard line as Joe Martin comes back into the huddle after spending a couple moments with head coach Charlie DeCenzo.
All right, let me call the play here. It's a 1st and down at the 3. They go to the full house backfield. Palmieri will get the football, but before anything happens, a flag is dropped by the near official.
It's going against the white as the Derby Red Raiders. You can tell that it's not against them. It'll be a procedure penalty in the neutral zone. Take them half the distance. The Derby Red Raiders are a yard and a half away from the first score of this football game. 11 minutes left to go in this second quarter of football.
Football placed at the 2-yard line. The Raiders will go to that short yardage offense. C.A.C is the right halfback, Palmieri the fullback, and Roman the left halfback out of the full house backfield. Palmieri, touchdown.
Fullback Jason Palmieri takes the short handoff from quarterback Joe Martin and puts his nose over the goal line, just straight ahead. 43 with an excellent block and fake in there. That's C.A.C, the senior 5'10", 150-pounder, and Palmieri follows him in for the first score.
Coach DeCenzo has over 20 seniors, and what a year they have all had for Coach Charlie DeCenzo. Rich C.A.C among them. Brito converts, and the Raiders have put the first points on the scoreboard.
There is a big following of fans here from Derby. Really, I wonder who's back in town today, as most of the people from Derby have really followed their fans down here to Southern Connecticut. They don't really have a long trip, especially when you consider the distance that Housatonic had to travel, but they have filled the stands and they have supported these Red Raiders all year, and they're looking for an 11-0 season in the state title.
And if the Raiders do pick up that 11 wins, it'll be the first time in school history that a Derby football team has won 11 football games. You see Brito teeing the football up. Housatonic Valley Regional from up at Falls Village. What a nice group and a gathering across the way,
They
buddy.
certainly have brought a number of fans with them also for that long trip back down to New Haven. And it's a credit to both programs that they have such fine supporters who will follow them and who will support their football team.
And speaking about support, you can never forget the cheerleaders.
Never forget the cheerleaders. They do an excellent job. It's amazing. Cheerleaders cheer. They never really, you sometimes wonder if they know the score because they're always up and always supporting their program. Derby, certainly, their cheerleaders have supported the program throughout the years, and these young girls come every game to support the players and the fans.
That was Todd Baker a moment ago in your picture. One of the
Tough to get that ball teed up, Edward. The wind is gusting and it is blowing the ball off the tee. We're going to have to get someone, I think, here to hold it in order to get this kickoff.
That's just what the Raiders are going to do.
He tilts the ball a little bit. Brito tilts the ball a little, and the wind is able to take it so that they're going to have someone hold it, and
Rich C.A.C.
C.A.C and the kick.
Short end over end. fielded there by Ongley. And Ongley spins his way, a little bit off balance, across the 35-yard line out to the 38, where he's tackled by the kicker, Brito.
Not bad field position for Housatonic, as you see Coach DeCenzo there in the middle of his players. They will start at the 37-yard line, and they will be going with the wind for this period. We'll see if it makes a difference in their ability or desire to throw the football.
Oh, thus far, Housatonic has run the football well against Derby. Knutson is out to the right side. The tight end is Cahill to the left side. I formation now being shown by the Mountaineers. That's Ongley, the tailback, trying to swing wide to the right side. Ongley with some good running room along the tiptoeing along the far sidelines before he's taken down and out of bounds by Bartone, but not before Housatonic has picked up a first down. Buddy Coach Mike Guy promised me a lot of different looks offensively. Thus far, he has not disappointed us.
Just the pitch. Malika blocking, and then number 32, Ongley, just takes it around the corner down the far sideline before he is knocked out of bounds. Number 16 there, Ben Bartone, but a pretty good gain as it's a first down as they cross into Derby territory.
Football at the Derby 49. A flag is dropped as Ongley from the tailback spot takes it down to the 45. From where the flag was dropped, I would think that's going to go against Housatonic. Salisbury on the tackle along with Harkin for Derby.
Anytime the umpire throws that flag, Eddie, it's a 99% shot that you've got a holding inside with the interior line, and you saw the signal as Derby will take the advantage of the hold, and it will back up the Housatonic Mountaineers back into their own territory somewhere around the 42 or 43-yard line.
I would have to think, Buddy, that is something, of course, that Coach Mike Guy does not want. I would have to think they're predominantly a running team. It's going to take them off their schedule and what they want to do.
Holding penalties kill offensive drives. It is very difficult to come back from that 10-yard hold. You're now 1st and 20 at the 42 and out of schedule. If you're a running team, you've got 3 downs to make 20, and that's about a 6+ on each gain, and not many teams can do that.
Double tight end as Cahill moves in at the tight end spot on the left side, and Marshall rolls to the near side. On the option, pitches it out, and what a tremendous athletic play by Ongley to hold on to the football. Ongley turned it upfield before he was taken down by Martin and Smetana.
They're going to get 9 yards on this. Marshall comes out and he'll run a wide option. He is way back. He'll turn up inside, pretty good block inside, and then as he's going to get hit, he pitches the ball behind Ongley. You see him right there, stop, pick it up, and still able, as Martin is going to drag him down, still able to get about 9 yards on that. Excellent job by Marshall and Ongley for 9 yards as they're close to midfield.
Well, let me make the correction. As I saw it on replay, it was Todd Baker. 2nd and 11 now for Housatonic. Marshall wants to throw the football over the middle. It is picked off by the Raiders. Bartone at the 40-yard line. Stepped in front of the Housatonic receiver.
Bartone read that play from the time the quarterback released it and stepped up in front of the receiver. Marshall will throw the boot. Bartone comes right up inside of the intended receiver and makes the pick. Great job by Ben Bartone as he read the quarterback and went to the football. Derby at the 39-yard line. They're back in business as they go unbalanced trips to this near side.
Single back, that is Palmieri. Jason gets the pitch. 40, puts his helmet down and gets across the 45 before he's taken down by Baker.
Got a lot of people out in front of Palmieri as he just gets the quick pitch from Martin and will turn to this side of the field. Pretty good blocks by the wideouts as Palmieri will put his head down and pick up about 7 yards on that to about the 46-yard line. Good first down play by the Derby Red Raiders.
2nd down and 3 for the Raiders. The football spotted at the 46. We're at Jess Dow Field, campus of Southern Connecticut State University, Class S title game. Out of the wing tee set, and Roman, he is stuck by Ongley as John gets to the 49-yard line.
Ongley delivers another pretty good hit on him and Roman. We saw Moleka in the first quarter And here, Anglais comes from his linebacker position on the crossbuck. You see Chavarella on the pull along with Seibart trying to get in front of this crossbuck play. And as Ann Roman turns up right there, number 32 gets a pretty good hit on him. They're about a half a yard short of the first down.
3rd and short at the 49. And the senior co-captain picks it up as he crosses the midfield line and into Housatonic territory. With our score, Derby 7, Housatonic nothing. Let's take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. In your picture, you see Mike Guy intently looking at the action. First down for the Raiders. Jason Palmieri slides his way to the 44 of Housatonic. Jason Palmieri coming into this football game well over 1,000 yards rushing. Malika on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers have got to stop the Red Raiders either with a turnover or some penalty to get the football back, because Derby is really on schedule with this running attack and been able to throw the ball very well. Joe Martin on that bootleg. Mountaineers now need something to get some of that momentum back that they had in the beginning of this game, as Derby right now is in control of the offensive and defensive lines of scrimmage. As you look into the huddle of the Mountaineers, ball sitting on the 45-yard line. Red Raiders 2nd and 5.
Out far to the right side, and the bottom of your picture is Ezzo. And Roman, he is shirt tackle there at midfield. Let's see if we can get the number right away. Hoey
just holds his ground. You'll see him right there in your picture, 55. He'll play off the blocks, and as Roman tries to get to the outside, Hoey will get a part of Ann Roman's shoulder, and he'll get help from Anglais and Baker, and he's dragged down for no gain. Brings up a big 3rd here, and the Mountaineers can hold. They're going to force the Red Raiders to punt as Derby comes to the trips to this side of the field.
Lone setback is Palmieri on 3rd and 6. Jason gets the pitch out. He loses his balance and then is taken down by Hoey.
Charlie DeCenzo is pointing one of his players. They totally missed Hoey on the block. It's the pitch. Watch 55 come clean. And Palmieri will just be dragged to this turf. Brings up a 4th down, and it's a punting situation. It's a big play for those Mountaineers as they stop the Derby Red Raiders. You see Charlie DeCenzo down the sidelines. It's 4th down, punting situation, 5:11 left to go in this 2nd quarter of very excellent C.I.A.C football.
And Roman is the punter, but before we get the play off, flags are dropped on the play. On the 4th down play, 4th and 8. The football.
It's going to back up Derby again as they were in motion before the snap of the ball. They may catch a break on this one because the punt was not very good. Derby is punting into the wind, and that's not going to help the kicker as you look right through into the Derby sidelines. Coach DeCenzo, the very successful head football coach at Derby, trying to get his players untracked here.
Alan Roman gets it off to the near sidelines, and Anglais just goes away from the football as the football is down by the Raiders in the vicinity of the 20-yard line.
Excellent punt that time by Ann Roman as he got the ball up, dropped it dead on the 20-yard line, and the Derby Red Raiders have the Mountaineers backed up to their own 20 as you look through into that Derby defense. They've done a very good job since the first possession that the Mountaineers had. They're getting a little bit more adjusted to that offense and being able to make some big plays on defense as you look down the line there into the Derby huddle.
And in your picture, tight end for the Raiders, Joe Ferrigno. First down at the 20. The junior quarterback wants to put it up under pressure and dumps it off incomplete. Dogging him was Chavarella. It'll go as an incompleted forward pass.
They come on the boot. You'll see both guards, number 54, Warren and Geronimo, able to make that possession or try to keep that ball outside to the quarterback and free him for the bootleg. Ball was very poorly thrown as you get a look at the scoreboard. 4:26 left to go. Okay, Edward, correct me.
It's not Geronimo, it's Giamaro.
Giamaro.
You know how to perfect.
Tough to remember all these names, Edward.
You know how
I don't know how you do it every week.
When we resume play here, it'll be a second down, 2nd and 10 for Housatonic Regional. The football is at their own 20-yard line. Derby leads it by a score of 7-0 in this Class S title game. Hey, buddy, before we do forget, let's thank somebody you know quite well, the coordinator of affairs here at Southern Connecticut, Ray DeFrancesco, the director of athletics, a fine gentleman. Let's thank him for letting telemedia come in here, set up our cameras and our production crew, and yours truly. And
you get a look at one of the Civil War monuments on the top of East Rock, and talking about monuments, if you get a look at the Derby Red Raiders, they have a patch on their shirt celebrating the Desert Shield operation that the Americans are involved in.
Flags are dropped as Angley swings it wide, and Angley gets into that Derby territory, into the secondary, I should say, to the 40-yard line and outside the 40. Bartone rides him out there, but we've got to look back at those flags, and that might come back, that play.
Edward, as he goes to the outside, the flags come right away. 32 Angley does an excellent job for the second time of getting to the outside. He outruns Martin and then just outruns people down the far sideline before he's knocked out of bounds by David Chavarella, but it's going to be brought back. And the Mountaineers have hurt themselves with penalties here also in this first half of football. They've been able to move the football. And I think the Derby Red Raiders are a little surprised, along with a lot of other people, at the ability that they've had to run the ball and to make some positive yardage. But penalties have hurt them, and they are going to be backed up around the 11-yard line with a 2nd and about 19 yards.
And, buddy, you have to think it limits what they want to do offensively. They've got to want to, at this point, I would think, go in at halftime. If they're down 7 points, I think that's a big goal for Housatonic. Right now, they're playing with fire. They're deep in their own territory. 2nd and 20 at their 11. That is Baker that was going in motion.
They should have another penalty here.
The ball is up for grabs as Marshall throws it out, tipped by a couple of the Raiders, goes incomplete. We've got another flag.
They had 2 men in motion. You'll see number 8, Maleka, step up before number 33 really set. Baker came in motion before Maleka was set, and it's going to be a penalty. They almost picked the ball off here on the interception, but it will cost them 5 if the Red Raiders choose to take it. They may decline it. They have. Derby has declined it and brings up a 3rd down as the ball was batted around and almost picked off.
Rich Lord was the one who tipped it, and then Keith Robinson almost came up with the interception for the Raiders. Anyway, a 3rd down with 4 minutes and change left here in the first half. As they give it inside to the fullback, Angley straight ahead. Robinson ties him up as Angley crosses the, or gets up, I should say, to the 14-yard line, where it'll be a 4th and long.
Straight ahead play as they just try and come up the middle. Derby closes it right off at about the 15, and they've got a long way to go here from that 15 to get even to 1st down yardage, as they're going to sit back and punt. They've got the wind with them in this period, but Derby's going to have excellent field position and plenty of time left in the 2nd quarter to get a score.
Todd Baker standing at his goal line, gets a rush from the Raiders and gets off a fine punt end over end. And Roman trying to reverse his field, and John spins his way down to the 45-yard line of Housatonic before he's taken down by Dave Warren. So Derby with excellent field position, 3 minutes and 27 ticks remaining here in the first half of play. Derby leads it 7-0. Telemedia's Valley High School football game of the week. Hard to believe, buddy, last football game of the high school scholastic season.
They go quicker every year, don't they?
First down for Derby. Martin with the football. And he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Baker, Todd Baker, 5'9", 150-pound senior outside linebacker.
Watch Baker. He'll go by and blocked outside by Chavarella, and then he'll come back off the block as McMahon looks in front. Baker just comes back and pulls down Martin for no gain at about the 46 or 49-yard line, 46-yard line of the Mountaineers.
Arcusio in it to the bottom of your screen. Derby in their basic wing tee set. Palmieri busts inside the 40-yard line. Dragged down by Baker. Malika also around the action.
Just straight ahead to Palmieri. You see Ann Roman at the top coming in motion, and Palmieri comes right up on the trap. He'll pick up about 7 yards on an excellent second down carry, but it's 3rd and 4. We're down to about 2:14 left to go in the first half. All the Mountaineers want to do is keep Derby out of the end zone.
Football at the 39-yard line. Derby has it at the Housatonic 39. Trying to get another score before the halftime. Joe Martin.
Someone missed the handoff there. I don't think Derby wanted Joe Martin to come off tackle with the football. He's going to be close, but he's not going to have that first down. Martin looks and then doesn't find anyone and then just puts it away and will come close as a hand on the mask, but very close to that first down as Mountaineers have an injured player down, and we're going to have a timeout here as they attend to that injured football player.
Buddy, Chris Gillette was the young man who made the tackle. I don't know whether that is Chris. Chris is the 5'9", 170-pound senior defensive tackle.
It is. It's number 56, Chris Gillette. Looks like some injury to his leg, and they're taking some care to look at that knee, as you can look right in on that examination of his right knee.
Today's coverage of the high school football game of the week is a presentation of Cable 10 Sports Telemedia of Western Connecticut. It's intended solely for the viewing enjoyment of telemedia subscribers. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Telemedia of Western Connecticut is prohibited.
One of the great improvements in high school football has been the addition of the trainer and the doctor that most teams have today, and it certainly helps in diagnosing injury and to be able to treat injuries. As you see right there, head coach Mike Guy assisting to his football player Chris Gillette, the senior, 5'9", 170-pounder, and it's great to see him able to get off and go under his own power off to the sidelines. It's great sportsmanship there. Joe Martin goes over and shakes his hand. And that's what this game is all about, really, folks. It's just kids getting together and playing a tough football game, and then they go home, and hopefully they're able to take some friendships with them that will remain with them for the remainder of their life, because it's just a game when you get right down to it.
It'll be 4th and short. As you see the measurement there, and you see the distance that the Raiders have to pick up, and the football resting at the 36-yard line of Housatonic.
And if I were Derby, I'd be going right where Chris Gillette was as they put a substitute in for him. And I would just take a shot and go to the right side here. But Red Raiders, with that quarterback sneak, are able to make pretty good yardage. Joe Martin has gotten that first down for him today a couple of times on the straight ahead.
First down as Martin takes it straight ahead inside the 35-yard line.
We've got 146 when they move those yard markers. The Red Raiders, I think, have all 3 of their first or timeouts available, so there is plenty of time as they get down to the 34-yard line, the clock winding. We're going to be down to about 136, 137 when they finally snap the ball. And they better get this guy set.
That's Ezzo finally sets himself. Martin rolling, throwing across the grain out to enrollment. And John trying to pick his way, still on his feet, as just about 5 or 6 Housatonic players had a crack at him.
I'd say about 9 of them had a shot at him as Baker's going to make the tackle. Martin rolled to the far side as Derby will take a timeout and then throw back to the near side here to number 48, John Enrollment, on a screen play. You see Baker get in there, disturbs it a little bit. Enrollment throw, catches the ball, and then watch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 guys before Enrollment gets dragged to the ground.
Buddy, inserted in place of Gillette at defensive tackle is the biggest young man that Housatonic fields on this football team, Jason Fleckler. Jason is a junior, 6'2", 265 pounds. Get a look at the Derby Red Raiders huddling with their head coach, Charlie DeCenzo. Coach DeCenzo completing his 8th year, and thus far his most successful year is his tenure at head football coach at Derby High School, as he replaced the legendary Lou DiFilippo.
who is probably somewhere in this crowd today. He does not miss many football games, whether it's Derby or other Valley teams. And he is around somewhere watching this Red Raider team and is with them in spirit every time they go out on the field. He's a great gentleman. He and his wife are enjoying the retirement, and certainly a credit to football and to education and to everything that both of those things stand for.
When we resume play here, we will have 1 minute, 19 ticks remaining. The Raiders have a 2nd and 11. They have the football at the 35-yard line of Housatonic. Derby leads at 7-0 at Jess Dow Field, campus Southern Connecticut State University. The pitch, and a pitch back to Martin. Martin looking downfield over the middle, wide open receiver, caught at the 15-yard line for the first down. Ferrigno, the tight end, Frudenberg on the tackle.
Just a pitch and then a hand back to quarterback Joe Martin. Martin will roll to the far side as Derby's going to take a timeout, and then he hits his tight end right in the center of the field. Ball a little bit underthrown as he comes back. Ferrigno to make the catch, but it's sitting right at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:11 left to go in this second quarter. The Red Raiders looking to get in the end zone for the second time in this second period.
This would be a big score for the Derby Red Raiders, as they have thus far have had all they could handle from this team from the northwest part of the state of Connecticut.
The Mountaineers are showing very well in this first half. They've been able to move the ball. They've committed some penalties that have certainly hurt them on offense. Defensively, they've given the Red Raider offense everything that it wants. And right now, they would love to be able to stop the Derby Red Raiders and keep them from getting into the end zone. They've got a 1 minute and 11 seconds as the Derby Red Raiders have taken their second timeout. We'll see what the Mountaineers can do defensively. You look in to that defense of the Mountaineers.
Football is just outside the 15-yard line of the Mountaineers. Martin wants to put it up, swings it out, completes it to Enrollment, but Enrollment loses his balance at the 12-yard line.
Ball a little bit behind Enrollment, and he was unable to keep his feet. The clock will continue to run, and it may have been better if that went as an incompletion, because Derby has to get in and out of the huddle right at about the 12-yard line. Derby back on the ball. We're down to 48 seconds.
Ezzo out to the top part of your screen. And Martin looking in that direction, swings it out, and Roman with the football. Catches the football, bobbled it for a moment, slowed up outside the 10-yard line. Angley around the action defensively for Housatonic.
Again, as Enrollment catches the football, he has no place to go. He will get around the 11, bobbles it, and then he tries to cut back, loses his footing. But again, the Derby Red Raiders forced to take a timeout. That is their last one. They are at the 11, 36 ticks on the clock left in this second quarter, and they've got to get themselves in the end zone now. Running play will be very difficult to get more than 2 running plays off, as they cannot stop the clock. So you might see them put the ball in the air here from the 11. It's 3rd and about 6. They've got to get down to the 5 for the first down. If you look at Coach DeCenzo going down closer to that line of scrimmage, having just sent his football team back on the field.
Football at the 11-yard line of Housatonic. Martin looking, throwing out to the right side. It is incomplete, short of the mark, and almost picked off at the 2-yard line.
Decision here, Edward, field goal or go for the touchdown. Kicking into the wind, it may be an easier decision. Martin will roll. He does not throw a very good pass here, as the defender is able to step up and almost intercepts it right there.
That was
coming off that. That's Rick Knutson. Brings up a 4th down. The Red Raiders here are going to go for the field goal. It's going to be a pretty good kick here into the wind from about the 17. It'll be 27 yards.
But, buddy, this is well within Marco Brito's range.
Not this one.
Now it's going to come up short in the end zone.
The Mountaineers have dodged a bullet here at the end of the first half with 27 seconds left to go. And they're going to be able to go in at halftime and maybe get a pep rally going as you look at Bartone and Enrollment along with Martin as they come back into the defensive huddle.
Well, with the unsuccessful field goal, the Housatonic Valley Regional Mountaineers will take over at the 20-yard line. Will most likely just run one play, maybe even have the quarterback just touch down. And as Buddy mentioned, just get into that dressing room and, hey, they'll say, hey, we're only one score down.
One score, and been able to move the football so that this game is certainly within reach for the Mountaineers, and they will come out.
As Jason Marshall gets it up on top, and he swings it out. That's Baker. It's out of bounds and incomplete. Well, that's what you call touching the football down.
I gotta love it. They have come down here to win a football game, the Mountaineer team, and they're not going to give anybody any time on the clock. 25 seconds from their own 20, and they're going to hoist one. They've got the win, but it's a long, long trip down to that end zone, and they don't want to turn it over. We'll see what they do here as they tighten up a little bit. I think they're going to touch down.
Well, second down at the 20, and that's just what they'll do, or will they? Well, Marshall again throws out of that formation, completes it. That's to Baker, and Baker is close to the 40-yard line.
Mike Gaia is taking the plugs out here at the end of this first half. As I don't know who had the football. The quarterback ends up with it on a bootleg as they brought their formation in. See everybody in tight, and then they make a fake right here and then give the ball back to the quarterback.
That's what
happened. On
happened.
the pitch, he kicks it to the ground. The ball will bounce up. He'll pick it up, and he'll throw a strike for a first down. They'll call their timeout as Baker takes the ball close to the 40-yard line. Not a bad play. You put that one in. Draw that one up for me.
And Coach Guy said, Ed, he said, we are a wing team. We are wing team, but we will show you an awful lot of different looks offensively.
Well, I don't think they wanted to double dribble that one, but they did complete it, and they got what they wanted out of it at about the 38-yard line. They got 13 seconds. They've got timeouts, so it's not within the realm of possibility that they can have two plays more before the halftime, end of the second quarter, and the halftime begins.
13 seconds remaining. Housatonic has it out at their 38-yard line. A first down. Derby leads it 7-0. Bartone on defensively for Derby is playing center field. He's about 30 yards off the football as they pitch it to Ongley. Ongley winds up, throws it downfield, and incomplete. Knutson was the intended receiver, and Bartone, along with Martin, provided the coverage defensively for the Raiders.
Little pitch pass to the fullback. He'll hide the ball, and then he comes up and will throw the ball down the sidelines to Knutson. Good throw, but pretty good coverage by Bartone and Martin. There's Martin in front, Bartone behind, and ball will go as an incompletion. It'll be second 10, 7 ticks left in this half.
Marshall swings it out, and it's picked off. Picked off by the Raiders, 30, 20-yard line. A flag is dropped. That might have been Lord on the interception, Rich Lord. And a flag is dropped. And let's see if we run out of time here in the first half.
Time is out, but it'll be a question as to who will get the penalty. That one almost turned into a major disaster on the part of the Mountaineers. Ball is picked off and will be brought back to the 15 as you'll see the quarterback roll and then try and throw the ball down the far sideline. He tries to get the ball to number 32, Ongley, and then stepping up for the interception
Rich
is
Lord.
number 81. And Lohr will just take the ball, and he will be dragged down at the 15. Number 52 finally dragging him down. That's the center, Jim Hemingway. But the half will come to an end on that play. And again, the Mountaineers have dodged the bullet.
Well, we have concluded matters here in the first half at Jess Dow Field. And our score is Derby 7, Housatonic Valley Regional nothing. Back with our halftime activities after these words. Welcome back, everyone. In the center of the field, the Derby High School Pom-Pom Girls at Jess Dow Field. conclude our halftime activities here at Jess Dow Field on the campus of Southern Connecticut State University. Our halftime score is Derby 7 and Housatonic Valley Regional nothing in this Class S title game. We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone, to the campus of Southern Connecticut State University and Jess Dow Field, where Derby has a 7-0 halftime lead in this Class S state title game. It's been a windy day here. Not a cloud in the sky, but very, very windy, and that wind has caused some problems out there for the football players on this artificial surface.
You look into the Derby huddle as they get ready to break. They will receive the second half kickoff. Enjoying, as Ed just said, a 7-0 lead, and will look to establish a drive in this third quarter to not only secure field position, but possibly to get 7 more points, as they were close in that second quarter. Near the end of the quarter, they were stopped on a 4th down play and then the interception right at the end of the half, but were unable to get more than that 1 touchdown in the second period. Housatonic will enjoy Derby will enjoy the wind in this third period. I'm surprised that Housatonic chose to kick into the wind. They will take the wind in the 4th quarter. Mike Guy tried to obviously inspire his football team in that first half, and now he's got to get his team up here and get back in the game. They need a score to even it up, as they will kick to Derby to start the second half.
And let's remind our viewers, too, that at the conclusion of this football game, we'll be making our presentation of our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game. And this is our final telecast of the high school football season, Delamedia's Valley High School Football Game of the Week. That's Deneen on an onside kick.
Wow, huh? I'll tell you, pull out the stops, and here we go. The ball hit one of the Mountaineers before it crossed the 50, but the whistle had blown. Something happened prior to the kick, and we're going to get a conference here between officials. It's going to be an illegal procedure against Derby. So a 5-yard penalty against the Red Raiders. They will kick the Mountaineers from the 45. You see the ball kicked here, and you can see it. It's going to kick off a toe before it crosses the 50-yard line right there. And the Derby Red Raider was ready to field it, but number 62 touched it just before it crossed the 50. Penalty against the Red Raiders, and we'll see if the Mountaineers want to come with that onside kick again. I'm willing to bet against it.
Football is now teed up at the 45-yard line. Bill Deneen, a junior, set to kick off for the Mountaineers. We begin matters here in the second half of play. Jess Dow Field for the Class S title. Derby leads at 7-0. Well, Deneen kicks it, as Buddy said. Dow Field, he drills it inside the 10-yard line, now out of bounds.
He'll get back that 5 that he just gained on the penalty. Kept the ball very low, though, kicking into the wind. Got it down inside the 10, but it rolls out of bounds, and we'll bring it back and start all over again.
So we'll do it all over again, and we promise we will get the second half underway.
Third quarter score in the Class AA. Oregon 18, Silverwood 13.
Jason Palmieri scored that lone touchdown for the Raiders, Buddy, as we began matters in the second quarter. Palmieri took it in from the 2 yards out. Brito converted, and later on in that second quarter, Brito attempted a 27-yard field goal, and that was short of the mark. So that's where we stand, 7-0.
Well, they give you different looks on this, and they're coming with the onside kick here.
To the other side, and it doesn't go the required 10 yards, and the Raiders will have it in excellent field position. Or will they? Let's
Can't understand that, Edward. I'll tell you, they first time they had an opportunity to maybe catch the Red Raiders, but not this time, and Derby's going to have great field position going into the wind. You see the ball never gets to the 50-yard line. It's right at about the 47 where Derby will fall on it. No opportunity, and the Red Raiders with great field position here in this third quarter as we begin the third quarter.
Well, that was George Garland for the Raiders on the kickoff team falling on the ball, and the Raiders excellent field position to begin the second half as Palmieri takes the handoff from Martin, and cracks it inside the 45 of Housatonic.
Just an
Hemingway on the
off-tackle
tackle.
play by Palmieri, the little belly play. You see Chavarella at the point of attack, kick out. Again, Eddie, I can't understand why the Mountaineers would do that. They are not out of this football game. They're only 7-0. They have given field position here. They didn't need the football that badly, and they've turned the ball over with great field position to the Derby Red Raiders. And
A big gaping hole. That's Palmieri. Palmieri to the 25-yard line. Before he's taken down by Knutson in the secondary.
Watch for the trap at the point of attack as Palmieri will just come inside. There's McMahon. He leads. There's really nobody there before McMahon makes a block. And McMahon continues on, makes a pretty good block there as the guard is able to turn up and get in front of Palmieri all the way down to the 25, first down.
All the football actually spotted at the 26. The Raiders have it deep in Housatonic territory, trying to get a second score on the board. Palmieri, they try him. 15, out to the outside. Palmieri, touchdown Derby. Jason Palmieri.
No question about Jason Palmieri as he takes the football by himself right down the field after the attempted onside kick. Here he just breaks up inside, again follows his guard, and then just puts it into high gear. Outruns the last arm tackle by Dubé and into the end zone. It's 13-0. Only 1 minute and 10 seconds into this third quarter.
Palmieri broke it to the outside at the 10-yard line, and the senior running back has taken it in from 26 yards out and produced the second Raider score.
Mike Guy is going to second guess himself on that onside kick for the rest of the season. Not a good call. Great field position. Derby just churns it out down the field. 3 plays, 1 minute, 10 seconds, 14-0 in this third period.
And the whole complexion of the game changes.
Certainly changed.
Brito converts. Raiders lead it 14-0.
Awful lot of conferences here on penalties as the Red Raiders, I think, are going to get one, and it'll be tacked on to the kickoff as you look at Mike Guy right there. His football team now came out at the end of the half, only down 7. And 1 minute and 10 seconds into this third quarter, they're down 14, and the momentum has certainly shifted to the Derby Red Raiders side of the field.
In your picture, our sideline cameraman, par excellence, Gary Peterson. Well, they're assessing the penalty against Derby. Derby's going to be kicking it off from their 25-yard line.
That's a personal foul penalty of 15 big ones, and the Derby football team is going to give the Mountaineers pretty good field position as on the extra point, someone did something that they shouldn't have done in the red uniform, and the penalty tacked on here. So Brito will start from the 25.
Marco Brito, the junior, kicking off for the Raiders. And Marco gets it downfield to the 33-yard line, where Baker picks it up, and Baker is taken down immediately by Dave and Roman. Also on the play, Sean Wandell for the Raiders.
There you see in Roman, who got the first hit. The ball will spurt up in the air. Baker takes it, and there's the first hit, and helped by Waddell as he is dragged down. Baker is dragged down at the 38-yard line. Marshall comes into the huddle, and his football team really has to get something going here because momentum is on the side of the Red Raiders after that attempted onside kick, and again the free-play drive by the Red Raiders for the 14 points.
Wing T set, ball at the 37-yard line. Marshall wants to put it up on first down. It is tipped, batted down, incompleted pass by one of the down linemen of the Raiders.
Harkin almost got into that as the ball was tipped, and Mike Harkin, you'll see as the ball is tipped, it comes up just short of Harkin. Looked like the tackle got his arm up. 23 unable to get it, but it's second down. Caballero or Keith Robinson with a hand on that pass, and second down right at the 37-yard line for the Mountaineers, 38-yard line.
Out to the left side is the split end Art Cahill. Knutson, the tight end, to the right side. And the junior quarterback wants to put it up. Incomplete. It was intended for Baker. Baker was open. The pass went one way, Baker went the other way. Martin on the coverage for Derby.
Just a straight drop coming out of the slot. Baker will try to get to the far sideline. It's well overthrown, and the Mountaineers are out of their game plan as they are down 14-0 now, and they really have gone away from what they did very well in that first half, and that was run the football. As you can see, the Red Raiders, and they are very excited on this sideline because they feel very confident they're on their way to a Class S state title.
If Martin picks off a pass in this game, buddy, it will be his 12th interception of the year. Joey comes in with 11 interceptions on the season. Fine co-captain of the Derby Red Raiders. Third down, a deep drop. Marshall under pressure. Eludes a couple of tackles, and now running the football to 40, 45, and there he is stuck by the Raiders. Joe Martin on the initial hit.
There were two Derby players that had free shots. He just stepped aside of those two tackles and then picks up excellent yardage to about the 46-yard line. Watch Marshall step back here, and then two trucks come right at him. He sidesteps the first one. That's number 34, Spatana, and then Chavarella. And off he goes for a pretty good gain. He's got good speed, good foot speed, but he's still short of that first down as the Derby Red Raiders come up, pile him up right at the 46, and they're going to be forced to punt the Mountaineers. Derby will get pretty good field position out of this.
Baker into the wind, a wobbly punt. It's going to roll dead at about the 25 and inside the 25. But the Derby Red Raiders will get their second look at the football in this second half of play. With a break in the action, let's take this timeout. We're back, everyone. The noisy Jess Dow Field on the campus of Southern Connecticut State University. We are on the home side of the field.
The new under construction press box for this great facility.
Palmieri breaks free, 35-40 to the midfield before he's dragged down and out of bounds by Ongley. Jason Palmieri for a 25-yard scamper.
Just comes on the belly straight ahead, and he does a good job of picking his way through that Mountaineer defense right up to around midfield before he's going to be dragged down by Ongley and help from number 22, Frudenberg. Derby now just crunching right through that Mountaineer defense, and they are doing what we thought they would do in this football game, and that is really control the line of scrimmage.
Split backs. They give it to the second back. That's Enrollment, and John fights his way close to another first down to the 41 of Housatonic before he's taken out of bounds by Dubé.
And the Mountaineers are beginning to see the 1-2 running attack of Enrollment and Palmieri. First Palmieri, now Enrollment comes back out of the crossbuck action. He's dragged down at the 41-yard line by Dubé, but 9-yard gain as you look across the field. Mike Guy now trying to get his defense settled. They really have not been able to stop the Derby Red Raiders. Third quarter is only less than 4 minutes old, and this football team has been back on their heels as Palmieri and Enrollment. Really, Palmieri have just been driving the football down their throats as they're short of the first by about 2 inches. It's a free play here on second down. We'll see if Derby chooses to throw, but they have a free play at the 40-plus yard line.
That offensive line for the Raiders opening up the gaping holes for Enrollment and Palmieri. Hyder, the center, the guards are Chevarello and McMahon. The tackles, Sullivan and Seibart. The tight end, Ferrigno. Right now, the Raiders in a double tight formation. Spatana, the tight end to the left side. Palmieri. First down inside the 30. Baker drags him down there.
No contest off tackle here as Palmieri just rolls through a gigantic opening created by that right side. Chavarella, Seibart, Ferrigno, and Hyder over there just opening up some huge holes. Palmieri for a first down at the 30.
First down, split backs for the Raiders. They try Enrollment. John to the near side, picking his way down the near sidelines and gets it to the 20-yard line before he's taken down by Marshall, who's been inserted defensively for the Mountaineers.
Derby took an energy pill at halftime as they are just coming up. Palmieri on the lead block. And then Roman gets outside for another first down, down to the 20-yard line before he's driven out of bounds. And the Derby fans now are beginning to get excited. There's 7:52 left to go, and it's been all Derby in this third quarter. They are controlling the line of scrimmage.
First down inside the Housatonic 20-yard line. Split backs. Palmieri to the 15 behind that offensive line. Baker on the stop from his outside backer spot, along with Malika.
Stop for a swarm of Housatonic tackles.
Again, Eddie Palmieri just following his interior lineman for 5 yards, putting his head down and making that tough yardage and being able really to find that seam to get into the secondary for the big gains here in this third quarter.
Ball is marked at the 16-yard line. Out wide to the right side is Scott Izzo. Palmieri bowls over defenders as he gets inside the 15-yard line. Let's, on the patch of one of the Raiders on the sidelines, that is an American flag, of course, and the purpose of that is their Derby players are wearing the flags, the flag patches on their arms to honor our servicemen, and especially those participating in Operation Desert Shield in Saudi Arabia. 3rd and 3 inside the 15. Jason Palmieri to the 10, and he slices it inside the 10.
Looks like he's got enough yardage for that first down. We'll see as Palmieri comes off tackle again, running the belly. Chavarella out in front of him. Puts his nose down and will pick up yardage very close to that first down. You see the wind and the flag blowing straight down the middle of this football field, and the measurement now for the first down, and it's going to be enough for the Red Raiders as they are inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal.
You know, buddy, I want to brag right now. We haven't really talked about the assistant coaches of Derby, but Charlie DeCenzo has assembled a great assistant crew with him down at Derby, and John DeFrancesco, who coaches the lines offensively and defensively. We're seeing evidence of his coaching. Of course, Frank Allo, John Oko, Tom D'Onofrio, and Mo Monahan. They have been excellent assistants for Coach DeCenzo. Palmieri tries the inside. The nose guard, Jarrett DeBerry on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
You saw in Roman just get in ahead of Palmieri, put his nose down the block, and Palmieri follows him right up the seam to about the 7-yard line, where it is 2nd and goal for the Red Raiders. Plays are being shuffled in and out by Marcusio and Scott Izzo. As you saw Brian Marcusio, you saw have a great game back against the Ansonia Chargers, and they are shuffling into plays.
2nd and goal at the 7, and the co-captain quarterback wants to put it up, and he completes it at the 1-yard line. On the 2nd and goal, tackle by Knutson.
They've got in Roman in the flat as Martin just throws in the football, and Roman will stop trying, sneak back in, but a good tackle right here, keeping him out of the end zone and bringing up a 3rd down by number 86 for the Mountaineers, and that's Rick Knutson, the senior, 5'7", 150-pounder. It's a big 3rd down on the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal at the 1 as the Raiders go to their full house backfield. They give it straight ahead. Palmieri, touchdown.
Palmieri scored the first one going to the right side. This time he comes to the left side, and Roman with the lead block. Palmieri just sneaks in there, across the goal line for the yard. 4:45 left to go, and it is 20-0. 2 big touchdowns here in the 3rd quarter by the Derby Red Raiders, and they had the advantage of scoring and going into the wind. So in this 4th quarter, they're going to have the wind with them, and that's going to be difficult for the Mountaineers to mount any kind of a comeback.
Brito converts. And the Raiders lead it 21-0. The Raiders have been a different team in the second half thus far, and I would suspect that Coach DeCenzo had a few words to say to his Derby team at halftime.
The Mountaineers are going to have a little bit of a gut check here, Edward, with 4:45 left to go in this third quarter, because they're in danger of really being swept away by the momentum and by this Derby football team, and they've got to put their offense on the field and get some first downs. They can't afford to give the ball back to Derby real quick, because the Red Raiders have just taken 2 possessions and driven it right down the field. The first after the onside kick for 50 yards, and this second one went 75 yards, led mostly by Jason Palmieri with help from Johnny and Roman.
End over end. Brito drives Angley back to the 10. And Angley is hit and dropped at the 25. Marco Brito, the kicker. Shouldn't be surprised, because Brito is a backup linebacker, and I suspect you're going to see him at linebacker before this game is over.
Coming straight up the field, Angley, and there's Brito with a great hit. Shoulder right in solid at the midsection. As you look down the Derby line, Coach DeCenzo now 21 points, and I know he's taking a deep breath, feeling a lot more comfortable about the situation. On the far side, Mike Guy has to get his offense in gear.
Double handoff with the football is Todd Baker. A little bit of razzle-dazzle, a loose ball, and Derby has picked it off. Derby recovers a Mountaineers fumble.
Things are certainly going the way of the Red Raider. The Mountaineers not catching a break as the crisscross counter out of this wing T. Handoff and then back to number 33, who will fumble the football as he is hit. That's Todd Baker. The ball is going to come loose right here on the hit. You've got Harkin and Joe Martin, and Martin comes up with the
Joe
ball.
Martin.
Martin with the recovery.
Who better than, with the good hands, the quarterback, Joe Martin. Joe Martin on first down, rolling, running the football, as Joseph gets it inside the 20-yard line. On first down, Baker on the tackle for Housatonic, as the Raiders are threatening to put it away here in the third quarter.
Got the handoff, the pitch, and then the handoff back as Martin rolls to the outside. Couldn't find a receiver. Excellent speed as he got to the corner, and will come up short of a first down by about a half a yard. And as Eddie just said, the Derby Red Raiders are going to nail the coffin shut here with another touchdown, as they have just ignited their offense in this third quarter.
Double tight end. Play action. Martin looking to throw on second and short. Completes it, and Roman 10-5. Still on his feet inside the 5-yard line before he's taken down by Frudenberg in the secondary along with Angley.
I don't think the Mountaineers are going to put a stop to this Derby football team. There is too much going for them. Martin comes on a little half roll. Just before he's going to get hit, he finds Roman. Now watching Roman step out of the tackle and bring the ball down to the 5-yard line before he's driven out of bounds. It's on the 5, first and goal for the Red Raiders. 3:03 left to go here in this third quarter, and Derby's about to score the third touchdown of this third period.
Full house backfield. They give it to Rich Scaife, and Scaife swings wide for the score. Rich Scaife playing in his final game for the Derby Red Raiders out of the full house backfield from the right halfback spot.
Rich is going to stay on the ground and get some congratulations. You watch him break to the outside, Palmieri with a good blocking, and Roman. Scaife gets into the end zone. You see, just crosses the plane of the end zone, and he will stay down for the congratulations, as it is 27-0. 2:57 left to go in this third quarter. It has been an all Red Raider third period.
And Brito converts. And Derby leads it 28-0. The Raiders opening it up here in the third quarter of play. 3 scores, 2 by Palmieri, as you look at our scoreboard clock here at Jess Dow Field.
Eddie, all of this started on that onside kick. We said that Mike Guy would probably regret that move. He tried the first one, they had a penalty, came back and kicked it, the ball went out of bounds, and then the third kick, tried the onsider again. Derby took the ball at the Mountaineer 48-yard line, and since then, the Mountaineers have been unable to stop that Derby offense.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. What a spectacle here, buddy, at Jess Dow Field, the artificial turf here. And the other site for Connecticut State playoff action this weekend is at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. The use of these fields, the centralized location, the whole atmosphere of championship football, all adding to the games.
It really does, and the surface makes it possible to play in this type of conditions. Last year we saw the field covered with snow. It did not play a part in the game. The footing was excellent, and this field surface is a great surface to play on.
You know, buddy, both teams had practices during the week on this surface to get them ready for playing on this artificial surface. Brito drills it into the end zone, and the Mountaineers will have it at their 20-yard line, down by 4 scores.
Pop Shortle in your picture at every Valley event, whether it's football, basketball, girls softball. You can depend on Pop to be there. And we said last week just what a great person.
Double tight end for the Mountaineers of Housatonic Valley Regional. A double handoff. Again, they try that play. That is Todd Baker.
They got an option off of that. I love it.
And the option goes
counter with an option.
The option, the ball ends up in the hands of the quarterback, Marshall. Bartone takes him down, and the Mountaineers have a first down.
Crisscross counter is pretty good play. Coming back with the option, you're risking the possibility of a turnover, but it's a little razzle-dazzle. They're drawing those plays up in the huddle to see if they'll work, and that razzle-dazzle picked him up. A first down play on that crisscross counter with the option back to the quarterback.
First down for Housatonic at the 31. Knutson out to the right side, and a shotgun. They hand off out of the shotgun to Malika. Malika brings it to the 35 before he's taken down by the Raider, Jason Palmieri.
He mentioned that they run some type of a crisscross with an option back off it, and that they will do a lot of things with the football as you look at that Red Raider crowd.
We have to have you next year diagram the plays on the screen.
On that one. That would be good. I got Coach Rio here from Sacred Heart. He'd love to see that one again.
I want to see you do that. Out of the shotgun, this time they hand it off to Anthony Folks, who was inserted in the backfield. Smetana from his defensive end spot on the tackle for the Raiders.
Shotgun a little bit high. The quarterback gets back with the football and able to get Anthony Folks the ball. Folks is short of the first down. It'll bring up about a 3rd and 4. And as you look into that crowd, notice all the red. The Red Raiders came with their red on today, and they have filled this side of the field.
Football at the Housatonic 37. Marshall gets off the pitch. Palmieri on the tackle. Harkin, check that. Harkin on the tackle.
I think Palmieri's got to get a piece of that one also, as the quarterback was in trouble. Marshall pitched the ball out, and then I don't know who's going to end up with it here. Here you see Marshall. He makes the fake. Looks like it's going to go to Baker. I guess he's the last one. Then Baker will do a pretty good job getting back inside before he gets drilled right there, and that's Palmieri. Palmieri gets that hit, number 26, as timeout taken here with 1:08 left to go in this Derby third quarter of football.
And that is aptly stated, Buddy Chernovitz.
Right there, and the number 1 fan of the Derby Red Raiders, and that's Charlie DeCenzo's daughter and his wife sitting there. And you are number 1 today, Derby Red Raiders, and you will enjoy that, I think, for the following season as you look into Dad as he talks to the Derby defense, and the defense is one play away from getting that football back again in this third quarter to see if they can get an unprecedented, what would be 4th touchdown before we turn around and start the 4th period.
Charlie DeCenzo completing his 8th year as the head football coach at Derby High School and on his way to his most successful year ever.
They're going to go for it here, and I'll tell you, if they don't make it, Derby may get that 4th touchdown because it's inside the 40 at the 35.
A long count. My thinking would be that they're just trying to get the Raiders to jump offside. It does not work. The Raiders don't go for it, and we have a delay of game penalty. Well, buddy, last year this...
And there are some hardy young fans. It is not as warm, and they are decked out with their state title.
Buddy, I was saying...
Well, you got to tell you, it takes everybody to get involved, huh?
Last year we saw some excitement in this at this same site in the Class S title game between Weston and Ansonia. And Weston showed us a lot of wrinkles on offense, and we've seen an awful...
And they lost, too, with all those wrinkles.
Well, they sure did, but...
You're not going to do a lot of wrinkles against a pretty good football team, and the Red Raiders are better than a pretty good football team. You may catch them once, but not twice.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter of play. The Raiders have it 28-0, and they have excellent field position at their 43-yard line.
Eddie, that last group that took that wasn't our camera crew, was it? They're just getting involved. Was that? No, it wasn't our camera crew, was it?
No,
I don't know if Clark had got out of the truck and
no,
maybe...
I think maybe Artoliva. That might have been Walter Artoliva. Maybe we ought to see that on replay. They do some different and weird things, but I don't believe any of them were out there.
They're very active before we start that pre-game activity out there in the parking lot.
I haven't seen any Division I players out there when they play touch football. I don't know about yourself.
I'll abstain from my vote on that one.
We won't repeat what the truck is.
Just said to us, but they may be right.
1st and 15 for the Raiders, and let's get back to the game. Martin rolls, throws, a wide open receiver, that's Ezzo. And Scott brings it close to the 40-yard line, and a flag is going to be dropped, and there's going to be 15 yards tacked on. Frudenberg on the tackle of Ezzo.
I'll tell you, Edward, I have not seen a period go one way in a long time as this period is going for the Red Raiders. Here, Joe Martin just rolls out and hits Izzo right at the sidelines. As Izzo turns up, he will get knocked out of bounds, and then there's going to come the late hit. I think that's going to be it right there, and it's going to tack on another 15. They're going to be down around the 25-yard line by the time they spot this. 22 seconds left to go in this third quarter. It has been a third quarter that the Red Raiders are going to remember.
Buddy, I should give credit to the tackle was by Knutson, and then there was a little extracurricular activity by Frudenberg.
Frudenberg got that late pop in there, and that may be a little bit of frustration on the part of the Mountaineers as they came into this second half ready to maybe play a great half, and they were not out of the game. And
Palmieri, Jason to the 15-yard line before he's taken down by Dubé from the secondary.
Palmieri will come right up the middle again, and Roman leads for him. Good block, and then Palmieri sidesteps and gets into the secondary and down to the 16-yard line as that third quarter is going to come to an end.
And for Housatonic, mercifully, the third period has ended here at Jess Dow Field.
Unfortunately, they've got to come back and play the fourth.
Our third quarter score, Derby 28, Housatonic nothing. We're back, everyone. Derby Red Raiders have a 28-0 lead. They have a 2nd and short, football at the 16-yard line of Housatonic. Raiders gonna put the icing on the cake as we begin matters here in the fourth quarter. Trying to get outside, that is in Roman, and John picks his way close to the 10-yard line before he's taken down by Dubé in the secondary. Buddy, Dubé and Frudenberg, there's going to be a lot of good young talent for Housatonic, both sophomores in that secondary.
Palmieri will lead to the outside along with Chavarella, and you'll see Ann Roman double clutch and then try and get outside. Gets down to the 10-yard line. It's a first down and goal from just inside the 10.
Double tight end. The Raiders have showed a little different look in the second half. Split backs. Ezzo out to the right side, and Johnny Ann Roman swings it, cuts it back at the 5, where he's hammered there by Todd Baker, leading the charge for the Mountaineers. And also in around the football, Gino Giamaro.
Palmieri will lead, and Roman to the outside. He'll cut back at the tackle hole and picks up 5 to the 5-yard line. It is second and goal.
Let's also give credit on that tackle to junior linebacker Bill Deneen. Housatonic, the Pequot champions, with a 10-0 record coming into this Class S title game. Of course, Derby, the Housatonic League champions. With the football, and Roman, and John and Roman into the end zone for the 5th Derby score.
Charlie DeCenzo is getting all of his backs an opportunity to touch pay dirt. This time Ann Roman, following Palmieri, will be stopped right about the 1, and then he'll just put his head and arms out, and he breaks the plane with the football. It is now 34-0. The Derby Red Raiders, simply the best.
And who could argue? Every year, Derby comes up with a place kicker. 1990 is no exception.
I think Derby's come up with about 22 other guys who've done pretty well beside that place kicker. You see Robinson congratulating Johnny and Roman. This group of seniors are going to savor this victory and take this with them for the rest of their lives, as they have had a perfect year, 11-0, and they are just enjoying and are going to savor this last 10 minutes and 40 seconds of this 4th quarter. And that is the far side, and there is not a great deal to cheer about if you are a Mountaineer. They take a great 10-0 year. Unfortunately, their season has to end against the Derby Red Raiders. But they certainly have nothing to be ashamed of themselves. A quality program that gave Derby all they could ask for in the first half. It's just been a second half of red against this Mountaineer team, and they should be proud of what they've accomplished.
Baker on the kick return, trying to find some running room, and he hurdles himself to the 37-yard line before he's taken down. Could that be again Marco Brito?
Baker comes back up. You'll see Brito, who loves to hit it, guess, huh? Because he just comes in with another good tackle right from behind. There he is, 35. He gets help, looked like from Waddell, but Derby now substituting some players as Chavarella goes out. Some of the starters on offense are getting a rest, as the Derby football team, I think, is very confident that this game is over.
Marshall on the pitch out. That's Angley sweeping it wide to the outside. Gets outside contained, and Angley is taken down, but not before he crosses into Derby territory on the far side of the field. Martin rides him out at that point. Joe Martin, Dave Chavarella, you cannot say enough about these two fine seniors, great leaders for the Derby Red Raiders, as we see Angley swing it outside.
He's been outside an awful lot today. Martin drives him out of bounds, but he'll pick up a first down. Angley is pretty good running back, so is Maleka. They've got some pretty good kids back there. Maleka's only a junior. Baker and Angley are seniors. They're not going to be back, but quarterback Jason Marshall will be. He's only a junior also.
First down for Housatonic. They try the other side, and Baker is taken down by Smetana.
Could not get outside of Mike Smetana, the senior. He will just wait, and as number 32 Angley comes to the outside, Smetana will take him down, and that was Angley on the run. We've got a penalty here that is going to go against the white. Nothing has worked for this white football team in the second half. The Mountaineers have just been inundated with red. from the fans to, more importantly, those 11 guys out on the field.
1st and 25 for Housatonic. The football now at the 36-yard line.
There will be some parties in Derby tonight.
I think the parties have already started. 1st and long. 1st and 25. The pitch out to Angley. Angley turning the corner at the 40, the 45, midfield, tight ropes it down the far sidelines. Another flag is dropped on the opposite side of the field, and let's await that call.
That one I think is going to go against Derby also, a late hit out of bounds. Angley is able to turn the corner, and he has gotten some excellent yardage, as we have said, as it's a personal foul against the Red Raiders. Looks like 2 the way he's signaling twice here. Pretty good block on the end, and that looks like number 33 Baker allows Angley to turn to the outside, and then Martin will drive him, Bartone and Martin, but Martin will finally drive him out of bounds, and Palmieri will catch the late hit right there, number 26, and it will move the ball down inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Housatonic, 1st down at the Derby 36-yard line. 4th quarter action, Jess Dow Field, campus of Southern Connecticut State University. The event, the Class S title game between Derby and Housatonic. Derby leads it 35-0. Pitch out. Angley on a halfback option, wings it downfield. It is picked off, I do believe. Bartone picks it off inside the 10.
I think Bartone picked it off from Martin. Looked like Joe Martin had it first, and then Ben Bartone will just take it out of Martin's hands, attempting to throw that option pass. There's Martin, and then Bartone just picks it, steps out of bounds at about the 11. The Derby Red Raiders now will take over on about the 11-yard line, as some of the Derby Red Raiders are going to catch a blow here. Joe Martin coming off the field, and you'll see Ben Bartone, a quarterback in this series.
With the break, well, we'll go to the break in a couple of moments, but Joe Martin coming off the field, and he is replaced by a very able replacement at quarterback, Bartone, Ben Bartone, as the Raiders run it off the right side on the 1st down carry. And we'll spot that backfield for you, as the Raiders are going to be sprinkling in a lot of the younger players. Hemingway on the tackle for the Mountaineers. And let's set that backfield for you. Bartone picked it off at the Mountaineers pass at the 11-yard line, and the Raiders now have it outside their 15 to the 16, 2nd and short.
Joe Martin has come back in, and he will stay at quarterback, as the backfield seems to be intact with Palmieri and Roman.
I think, buddy, this was the last series for these fine group of running backs and skilled people.
I think Derby would just like to distance themselves from the goal line before they substitute.
Jason Palmieri tackled by Todd Baker, and a Raider 1st down outside the 20-yard line.
Palmieri just comes on the belly. You see Chavarello, who's been in front of both Roman and Palmieri all day with excellent blocking. Derby's going to take a timeout here at the 20, and we'll see if they choose to take some people out.
And they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We're back, everyone. And Coach DeCenzo has just taken off his seniors, and in your picture, someone we're going to be talking to.
I don't think anyone would begrudge us if we picked Jason Palmieri as maybe the player of the game.
Looks that way. 1st down for Derby at the 21-yard line, winding things down here at Jess Dow Field. Bartone is the quarterback, and that is running the football, Dave Van Roman.
Boy, I'll tell you, the yellow flags are they're getting out of the pocket today. Is this going to be another one?
Or was that John Potke was the ball carrier. Jim Hemingway on the tackle. As let's set that offense for Derby.
That's Potke, who will drive forward very close to the 1st down, and then as he goes down, we're going to get a yellow flag coming out, and I think it may be against the Mountaineers, and it'll add 15 more to the run of Potke, and they're down to up to the 44-yard line, their own 44. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left. This one is over. it was over in the third quarter as Derby just dominated. But now the Red Raiders are going to get an opportunity to play some of their young players, and they are going to also get a chance to say that they played in a C.I.A.C State Championship playoff.
Quarterback is Bartone. The give is to Dave Enroman, and Dave Enroman slashes off the right side, taken down from behind by number 73. That is Brian Kessel.
And Roman will come off tackle, picks up 2, 2nd and 8 for the Red Raiders.
Football at the 45-yard line of Derby. Potke is the fullback. John gets the call. Potke at the 45 spins his way inside the 40-yard line of Housatonic, and another flag is dropped. Angley on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
We're going to get an additional 15 added to this one as Potke was stopped at the line of scrimmage, broke the tackle, and then almost went the distance. On the tackle, he's grabbed by the face mask. You see him stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He breaks that tackle, and then when he is dragged down here, it is going to be a face mask against someone. There it is. You can see the hand over the top of the mask, and it will move the ball to the 24-yard line.
First down for the Raiders. Bartone. That is Dave Enroman with the football. And Enroman cracks it inside the 25. Gillette and Hemingway combine on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
Play that they've made a living on all season. This time, the younger brother of John Enroman just comes, picks up about 2 yards. He is going to be a quality player himself when he gets his opportunity to play. As you look at Joe Martin, the senior quarterback and co-captain who has led the Derby Red Raiders to an unbelievable 11-0 year.
Buddy, we have an opportunity. Let's give thanks to our producer, Liz Kennard, our director, Ron Karkutz. And in the truck also with Ronald is on video, Walter Ortoliva, audio, Jerry Kosterka, and Greg Kashuba is filled in at times. And we'll get to the camera people in just a moment. I want to give credits all around. Potke. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter at Jess Dow Field.
Potke will come from the fullback position on the belly to the left side. He's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Bring a third down for the Red Raiders.
Football at the 21-yard line. Again, David Enroman, he is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Getting to him was number 73, Brian Kessel.
Androma will follow Chavarel and McMahon's. He's taken down, though, really by the block of his own player, number 25, who was unable to turn out, and that was Gary Lucarelli.
So the Raiders have a fourth down now. The football just outside the 20-yard line of Housatonic as we wind things down here at Jess Dow Field. Bartone on a keeps it himself, will not pick up the first down. The ball will be turned over as Ben gets it inside the 20-yard line. Giamaro, the defensive tackle, on the stop for the Mountaineers.
Bartone missed the handoff and then really couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He needed 8 for the first down. Derby right now just running it out as the Red Raiders would like to just end this one and get to celebrating. Their defense now will just get out and have some fun, and that's what it's all about right now. When you're up 35-0, you're just going to have some fun on defenses. Most of the Derby starters on defense are out of the football game, and they're going to have to take a timeout to get enough players in. They were short a few in it. Harkin, the linebacker, Michael Harkin, the senior, just took a timeout to get 11 people together.
Let me complete that our lineup of camera people for this year, for the Scholastic football season on telemedia, 1990. Gary Peterson, we saw on camera earlier in the game. Mike Zavalko, Jesse Thompson, Marie Hoey, Tim Rafferty, and our production assistant, Laurie Mazer.
Great group to work with. We've been together for a long time, and they certainly make us look good. And their camera and quality of picture, as you see there, they are on top of every play. The instant replays, I know you people greatly appreciate, and they do a tremendous job of capturing the action of these high school football games.
And before, earlier in the game, we thank the site director here at Southern Connecticut State University. You've known him for many years, buddy, the director of athletics here, Ray DeFrancesco.
He's a great gentleman, and they put together a great program here in a tremendous facility.
First down out of the shotgun. The junior quarterback, Jason Marshall, looking downfield, throwing, winding up, has a receiver out there, and is picked off by the Raiders, Ben Bartone. And Bartone brings it all the way inside the 30-yard line of Housatonic.
Second interception for Bartone as he returns it a long way from his own 45-yard line down to the 28. Quarterback does not get enough distance on the throw as Bartone just sits back in his safety position, and then Bartone just runs it back to the 28-yard line, and he will run the offense from that point. Yeah, you're getting a look at the two best-looking guys in this ballpark right now.
Potke running the football. Taken down by Kessel, now in a defensive tackle for the Mountaineers.
I'll tell you, next year, Eddie, we'd appreciate enclosing this facility in a little warmth because it's pretty chilly up here. The wind whistles through this new press box that hasn't been completed, but when it does, it's going to be a beautiful facility to go along with the rest of this field, as Derby is just substituting everyone right now. The entire line is out of there, and it's a JV team that is going to play the remainder of this football game for the Red Raiders.
Second down for Derby at the 25, and a flag is dropped as Potke again tries to center of the line.
I know that referees have to do their job, but right now all they want to do, both sides, is get this one over. Penalty is going to go against Derby for a motion, and it will move them back 5 yards.
Kessel again on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
Both teams want to see this clock just get out and run out and allow this game to end.
Before I forget it, should thank our spotter for today's game was Scott Lydham of the Derby Red Raiders too. Third down coming up. Hemingway on the tackle.
Bartone will just hand the football off, and Roman coming outside trying to get to the off tackle spot. Good job defensively by the Mountaineers in stopping him, but brings up a fourth down. Derby is going to run it. They are not going to throw it, so we'll see what kind of running play they use.
This is the class of Charlie DeCenzo, does not want to embarrass anybody as Potke explodes for the first down inside the 15-yard line. Josh Deneen, younger brother of Bill Deneen, on the stop for the Mountaineers. A Raider first down at the 14-yard line. Raiders will keep it on the ground. We have 2 minutes and change left here. Hemingway on the tackle.
I can't believe that the White is taking a timeout unless they're going to substitute.
Under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Derby, the Class S champions of 1990, a perfect 11-0 record, a school record 11 wins. First time Derby has ever won 11 football games in a season. Housatonic will drop to 10-1. The Pequot champions, nothing to be Nothing to be down about. They had a great football season up at Falls Village. And you see some of those excellent assistants we talked about earlier in the football game under Coach Charlie DeCenzo. 2nd down, split backs for the Raiders. Bartone is the quarterback. And Ben hands off. Knutson on the tackle. Another flag is dropped.
Too many guys. Derby had to line up with 12 that time, or 10. Either too many or not enough. And they're going to get a penalty, and I don't think anyone really cares, but it will push Derby back to about the 18, and that's a big one. They're going to go back even further.
Buddy, we have the opportunity
Legal participation.
Also to thank all the sponsors of Cable 10 Sports, our Valley High School football game of the week. And of course, Buddy, great thanks to you. Always a pleasure working with you.
Edward, it's been a thrill again. 6 years.
Plus 1, 7.
7. My God.
We've aged gracefully.
I wonder if they'll let us come back. What do you think? Have we worn out our welcome? 7 years together. It's been great, all 7, and we've had a title game every year.
2nd and long. That is Brito running the football. Or check that. That is
what are they doing here? We got to find out what this signal is, Eddie, because whatever it is, and looks like the water's getting ready for someone, and I imagine that Coach DeCenzo better have long johns on for this one, or he's going to get wet in a minute.
Let me correct myself. That is a sophomore running back, Greg Maliska for the Derby Red Raiders. He's run the football the last two offensive plays for the Raiders, and he's looking good. And Greg is only a sophomore, a very promising runner and a young runner for Derby.
Officials should be seen and not heard at this point in the game here, and they just walked off 30 yards against the Red Raiders for major foul here.
Maliska. And flags are dropped again as Greg brings it close to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be a face mask.
Kessel on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
And we've just got word that
there's going to be a dousing coming up pretty soon on the sidelines. Buddy, last but not least, I really want to make at this point in our final game, the telecast of the year, I'd really like to thank the coaches, all the coaches of our coverage area. They've just been great, super and cooperating with us, and all the director of athletics from all our 6 area teams.
And Edward, I'll tell you, the teams that we have covered this year have had phenomenal seasons, and they have given the Valley football fan something to really cheer about all year.
2nd down, the line of scrimmage is at the 17-yard line. And again, they try Maliska. And Maliska takes it down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down. Again, Kessel, the junior defensive tackle, who's been in on a lot of tackles as he's been inserted by Mike Guy. Should thank also excellent cooperation from Housatonic's coach, Mike Guy, for providing me with all the information.
There's the water.
There's the dousing.
Bang. Oh.
It's a cold day.
It is a cold day.
Nice guys finish first.
There's no question about the nice guy of Charlie DeCenzo. He is a tribute, and boy, they got him again. They got him twice. He's a credit to the coaching and teaching profession. Here it goes. You're going to get an instant replay and watch his face. Oh, Coach, I know what you're feeling. Oh! Take it out of that hood before it goes up again.
Again, we'd like to take the time to thank Southern Connecticut State University for hosting the C.I.A.C Championship game.
I think we've thanked just about everybody, buddy. Everybody, buddy. Running the football for the Raiders and streaking close to the goal line is Dave Enroman. He gets it inside the 5-yard line.
Make it quick.
And the clock is stopped with 38 seconds remaining. There's Enroman, Dave Enroman, younger brother of John, outside, contained, and finally taken down just before he hit the pylon. Well, the football marked actually at the 5-yard line. Let's see if the Young Raiders can get in. Swinging it wide, and in for the score, Dave Enroman, the sophomore running back. Bartone handing off out of the split backfield. Dave Enroman sweeping wide and getting into the end zone. That is the 41st point to go up on the board for the Raiders. The Raiders have tacked on 6 touchdowns here at Jess Dow Field. At halftime, our score, it's hard to believe at this point, but our score was Derby 7 and Housatonic nothing. And the Raiders put it away with that 21-point third quarter to go up 28-0 and make this final score academic. 28 seconds remaining on our scoreboard clock as we wrap up another successful season on Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Extra point for the Raiders. It's no good. Ferrigno attempted the extra point. And 28 seconds remain until the conclusion of this game. We will be talking to our Fitzpatrick's player of the game at the conclusion. Yes, you are. And no, I do not identify any of our crew. Brito will be teeing it up, and we'll just kick it off. We'll take a couple of snaps, and things will be concluded here at the Jess Dow Field. A fine crowd here, a fine atmosphere and state championship action. This is one of 6 games being played this weekend. This site, as well as Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. And the Raiders, what a season. What a season, 11-0, Derby will go. When Coach Charlie DeCenzo would have been satisfied if you talked to him before the season with 8 wins. And to get 11 wins, just a masterful job by the Derby coach and his assistants. Our hats go out to him. Our congratulations. Ball is fallen on by number 54, David Warren, one of the upmen of Housatonic Valley. As the Mountaineers are on that football as they wait for the Derby defense to get on the field. Football just outside the 40-yard line. Double handoff with the football. That is Frudenberg, number 22. Rich Lord on the tackle for the Raiders. The Mountaineers try to get on that football. Under 10 seconds to go. Second half, a lot of scoring by the Raiders. The Raiders have put on a lot of points here. And another flag and another penalty, this time marked off against the Derby Red Raiders. And we have seen a lot of flags in the second half here also. This ought to do it with 5 ticks left out of shotgun. Marshall rolling under pressure. It is batted down, an incomplete pass. No time is showing on the scoreboard clock, and that'll do it. Our final score from here at Jess Dow Field, Derby 41, Housatonic Valley nothing. We will be back with the presentation of our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game right after these messages. Well, Buddy Chernovitz, our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game, Jason Palmieri, has finished talking to just about every sports writer in the state of Connecticut. Jason Palmieri from the Derby Red Raiders, our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game. 3 touchdowns on the afternoon against Housatonic Valley Regional. Jason, once again, just an outstanding performance. We've been saying that all year about your play. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Jason, T-shirt symbolic of just a great performance. You guys went in at halftime 7-0. You come out in the second half, different football team. What was said at halftime? What changed the game?
The coach, we weren't executing well on offense. We were driving the ball, but we couldn't score. The coach, when we went in, the coach got us all pepped up and he got us going. We came out here and we put it away.
You guys feel that that first half was an indication of how good they were, or just that you guys weren't playing as well as you could?
Our defense wasn't playing well at all in the first half. We knew they were going to run right at us, the buck. They ran exactly what they showed us on the tapes. We weren't executing on defense, that's all. 3
touchdowns, you and Johnny and Roman just controlled the football, Joe Martin throwing it. Yep. Offensive line did a great job for you?
Unbelievable. The whole year, they blocked excellent. Joey threw the ball excellent, and when I couldn't run the ball, Johnny would run it.
Where's Jason Palmieri go next year?
College, definitely.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know yet.
You had a great year, this football team. You guys did a tremendous job. We congratulate you. You took an S title back to Derby. Again, great season.
Thanks a lot.
You know, Buddy, I think our viewers can see and hear this young man can talk. He can play football, and he also knows how to talk. Very educated.
4 years will take our jobs.
Maybe. Well, that's going to just about put the cap on our 1990 football season for Cable 10 Sports. Our final score from the campus of Southern Connecticut State University for the Class S title. The Derby Red Raiders 41, Housatonic Valley Regional nothing. And on behalf of Buddy Chernovitz and our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game, Jason Palmieri, Ed Clements, goodbye, everyone.